Morning. I'm bundled up. It's Tuesday morning. Very cold outside. I mean, very cold. It's cold for Vancouver. So I put my winter jacket on. I had this winter jacket on my last weekend trip. I was hiking with it, and it was getting too hot for me as I was sweating, but it was useful when I came back from the ocean. And so it's useful piece of material that I have in a truck laying around. Like I have in my adventure car, I have ski pants, ski boots, skis. Can't tell you everything what's in my car. Today I want to talk about substances and devices and material that people believe helps them with some body needs. And I think I recorded similar video before, but while I was in the forest, hiking in the forest, I did ask this question, and maybe it came from the universe, maybe it was generated by my brain, I don't know. Some of those are coming from the universe, and I recognize when they are not my own ideas or my own thinking. This one, I think it was a kind of a mix. So I got some sort of a basic idea, and maybe my brain made up the rest, like I filled in the gaps. I don't know. I had to experience couple of devices like that, and I still have one in my pocket. It's in my wallet. Yes, I haven't had it on me for a long time, like for a couple of months, to see if it does make a difference. And for the last a week or so, I put it back in the wallet. I sleep with it, so I put it under my pillow, and I noticed that I dream. I mean, people dream anyway, but I dream and I remember. Today I did not remember. It was not that type of sleep. But in the dream and in the morning, I knew that I was dreaming. So I don't know how to call this thing. Is that a light sleep, deep sleep? Because sometimes I remember most of the dream, like a few days ago. So what I did, I experimented, and I noticed there is something like it affects my dream, and I'm going to test with different layers, like under the blanket. I put that type of energy material under the blanket, under the mattress, like far away from my head, or right under the pillow. I'll experiment with that, and I'll figure out if it does make a difference. Could be effective only when it's very close to your skin, your body. I don't know. Some people claim that they experimented with it and took a picture of the energy, and you see some stuff shooting out, like radiating out of these materials. I don't know. I did record in the past that I've been to a small business, like a person's home, where I tested this type of device, or energy field device or substance, on a machine. It's called biopulsar. by a pulsar. Okay, it analyzes what comes out of your hand, which supposedly is connected to your body. And I saw intriguing results, because I'm looking at the images and I see some color changes, and also with a bracelet I tested about a month ago, maybe. I wore the bracelet and I felt something in my chest. And I spoke to the person she claims she knows stuff about energy fields. And she said, yes, it's because it's a difference between your energy and that bracelet energy. And the material I have and I've used under my pillow did not give me that type of feeling, like being agitated. It was not relaxing, but I did not feel the difference. So it does something. It does something because, like I said, I notice when I do carry it around, I feel more. I feel connected to something, like something that gives me higher emotions. Like my emotions, even like listening to a beautiful song, but not all the songs. Like a song that I'm tuned with, it gives me more intense emotions, and also I can appreciate the art and certain type of music, like even all the music I can appreciate, and I can pay attention to the song. I don't know, maybe it settles my mind a bit and makes me look deeper into the song than just listening while doing something else, because my theory about music, listening to music, is to be into the music. Doing work is being into the work. Lots of people do things automatically. Like right now, I'm not listening to the radio song because I'm focused on the recording. But if I want to listen to this music, I don't talk on the cell phone. I don't do anything. I put the driving or the other activity on a background and I pay attention to the song. And what I want to say about this type of stuff and what the answer I was getting. Also, I experimented with, and that's the idea where it came from. I experimented with a substance, kind of it's supposed to be fertilizer. It's an energy fertilizer, and I tested on my own body with this biopulsar device, and I saw a sort of the colors becomes mixed and not uniform and not nicely organized, like organized around organs. It's kind of a fuzzy stuff, and I'm told, yes, this is not for humans. It's like the woman who suggested that, she doesn't know anything about this material. It's new to her. She never seen something like it. But she said, you know what, I have experience with seeing people's field with this machine, and this is not okay. This is not okay. Don't eat that material. Don't put it in your body. I said, no, this is for plants. But yeah, I'll give it for plants, but not for you. And what I did, I tested that stuff on plants. Then I went back to see what the plants effect have on me. Okay, so tested that fertilizer someone dropped a table from the car. I tested that fertilizer on the plant, then the plant on me, because the plants will have a good effect on people, like most plants, not every plant. So we are matching our energy with certain plants. Like you can feel connected to certain trees gives you a feeling, but it's not every tree gives you the same feeling. And that's my essence of the recording. There are substance and energy systems and devices that can help some people of different energy. So they are crystals that are loaded with certain type of energy, or with different type of energy. The crystals have a memory power to store information, and they can store someone's energy. If someone wore a crystal and that person has certain vibe, it can affect the new person, new owner. Even a small jewelry can be loaded with emotion, because it keeps kind of grabbing the cosmic energy, the person, the wearer energy. It might sound a total BS for most people who don't understand the nature of energy, of the field. But those crystals were made with intensity. It's the intense force of the nature condense matter around, like crystals, minerals and all that, into a shape. And certain shapes have the properties of radiating that energy back or absorbing, like they amplify the external fields, and they store it at the same time. So that's why it's important to perform an operation, a procedure to these crystals before you wear them. It's called cleansing. And I want to talk about plants a little bit before I get to work. The plants are like humans. Some plants are highly developed spiritually. Now, I lost you, yes? If you were a spiritual just a little bit, maybe I lost you. Because you thought that only humans can be spiritual. So we have creatures with different levels of energy in their field. Some creatures are meant to survive. Some creatures are meant to live into harsh environment and thrive there. Some creatures are meant to learn something from their environment. Same thing with plants. Plants have their own energy, and they feed on cosmic energy, on energy that comes from the ether from all around. But they don't feed on every energy. It's like if you are in tune with my topics, that means you tap into similar type of field that feeds your mind with ideas. So you kind of you are interested in that field. Other people are interested in destruction. Other people are interested in love. Different type of energy is flooding the universe. You just need to tune into that one. It's like lots of radio stations are playing at the same time. And how you pick the correct information. Some are new, some are about love, some are about hate, others are about fear and anxiety. How you tune? It's your mind has a tuning power to pick those energies and feed on those energies. and you can become better and stronger at being a loving parent, stronger or better at being a hateful person. You keep feeding on those and you act like a crystal, you amplify those, so your mind has internal power to process those ideas and amplify and reshare. So you go around hateful people. If you are a hateful person, you most likely you would love to talk to those people, because you would hate the government, you would hate the president, you would hate the politicians, you would hate your neighbor, right? So like a divorced people gather, you see some dudes, or you read some dudes posting, or divorced women talking about their ex-boyfriends and ex-husbands, and they gather because they have something to share. So they feed on those ideas, the cosmic field, they tune in, they become a new source of that hate emotion. But they color those emotions in their own words and something that matches the physical reality. Does it make sense? Maybe not. Now that's with this type of specific information that feeds us. There is information that feeds us with life and life force and creativity and stuff. Depends what you pick, what you tune into. Some people call this like a God. I'm listening from God or something. But it's information that the whole universe is made of, and depends how things and people and living creatures connect with what. Now about plants, then I have to go. Plants are the same. Some plants are meant to thrive. It's not a plant like, oh yeah, plant is growing slow. And there are some plants who kill other plants. They release certain substance through the roots, or they are more greedy. They take more nutrients. Doesn't mean they grow bigger, but they take some nutrients, or they grow leaves that are not really useful. They don't make fruits, they don't do nothing, they just grow, and they steal the nutrients from the soil, and the plants on the soil have not much. Or the big plant is growing or something, making big leaves and useless leaves for humans, maybe useful for other things, and the plant below lacks of sunlight or nutrients, and the plant below might die. But if it's a weed, that plant will thrive. So same with humans. There are some animals like that. Some animals can thrive like a mice and rats and all those rodents, They can live and survive on anything. They would eat stuff, they would find the ways. So we associate those, and we feel that the rats are part of the low world, like living in tunnels, in garbage, and like some people are like that. They would steal, they would kill other people. Even the pigs are like that. Some cultures don't allow their people to eat pig. Of course they would not eat rats, but pig, because they consider this is a lower level type of meat. So I don't know if it's true or it's just a silly tradition, but that's kind of the idea with every plant, every animal tune into something else. So now if you have a body problem, let's say you have an illness, you want to fix it, and someone say, take this crystal. That crystal might not help you, might not be for you, might be for someone else. Same with this fertilizer that I tried and I did not see results, but I saw results later on certain plants, and I'm going to keep studying that because it's really interesting. So this fertilizer might be tuned, or maybe the inventor created for certain type of plants, but it doesn't work for every plant. Or maybe it has to be tuned with a plant owner energy, the person who is around that plant, so the plant would thrive. I don't know. I'm going to study this one. So those people who seek this type of conventional treatments using this type of energies and stuff, they might get some benefits, they might, but those are not for everyone. And if there is a benefit and the material, the energy, maybe substance, material, blob of stuff, disc or whatever, if those are doing something, it could be just temporarily, because the person who got the ailment, let's say if I want to treat my back pain or something, that back pain comes from my mind tuning into certain energies, and that causes a misalignment or disharmony into the material world. So maybe my thinking, something is not, so I'm not perfectly aligned with the mind, so it reflects into my body. But if I don't change anything, if I keep feeding into that energy, that gives me maybe the idea of sitting wrong or having a bad posture or doing something stupid, I don't know. If I keep feeding on that energy, I will not change. I will not make changes into my physical reality, my physical body. And a substance, an energy material might give me something temporarily, but I will go back to my old trouble, unless I get a material that helps me to elevate my thinking and get me out of my thinking, that helps me, and the substance will help me tune into some different field of different ideas, different concepts, different habits, different vibe. Then I might be changing my ideas and my thinking and tune into something else, so it will reflect on my physical reality. Because the body changes every 7 years. You have different bones, different cells, or maybe certain things stays, but it's scientifically proven that your body changes. So you have time to make mind change, tune into different fields, and that will reflect slowly over the 7 years into a new body. So again, not every energy device is for everyone or for everything. Take care, bye-bye. I hope it makes sense. Bye.